Alright, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're taking a look at BARD class. Now, I know we've done this before, and earlier this season I think we did it with Gruul colors, but this time we're gonna try it in JUND colors. We're gonna see if there's a couple of things we can add here and make it a little more interesting, maybe a little more flexible, and give us a little bit of extra protection against those sweepers, which seem to be a problem for this deck at times. So, let's go take a look at what JUND BARD class looks like in the current standard. If you want to support the channel, remember to check out shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and use promo code PowrDragn, and you'll save 5% on everything you order over there at UltraPro, and that includes all the new sweet stuff from their Lemon Yellow collection this month. Alright, so here we were really trying to take care of a few different things and say, alright, if we're going to add black, what are we getting out of it? Can we find a way to make ourselves more resilient to sweepers? And do we just get some better removal we can splash because we're playing black? Why not, right? I think we get to do that in this list. Also, by the way, if you haven't joined the channel, check the link down below, all that good stuff. But 3 Bloodchief's Thirst. This is kind of the bare minimum. We're playing black. Let's see what we can do. Let's go for it. Playing 2 Infernal Grasp, and again, just kind of rounding out some removal here. And then we get into the actual nuts and bolts of the deck. So we are playing Magda. Not a ton of ways to tap Magda, but she is cheap to play after a BARD class. And also allows us to generate treasure, which is super helpful, especially since we're playing 3 colors. BARD class. Now, this is the card that the deck is centered around. However, we can still play decent Magic without this card, and that's the important thing. You want to build the deck to where if you don't draw one of these, because that's going to happen, you know, in at least probably a quarter of your games, can you still function? Or you get it out, you level it up once or twice, and your opponent gets rid of it, right? You need to be able to still do things without it. And that's the key here that we're looking at. And I think we actually are able to. So pretty excited about that. Now what this does is whenever you play a legendary creature, it comes into play with a +1/+1 counter on it. Then if you level it up, those creatures are cheaper by 1 red and 1 green. And then on the 3rd level, you pay 5. And every time you play a legendary thing, you get to exile a couple of cards and then cast them. So really powerful card if we get it rocking and rolling. But if not, we'll still be okay because we built the deck to sustain that. Now we're playing 3 copies of Targnar because Targnar can be free under a BARD class, especially a leveled up one. It's super awesome because then you're just for free getting extra cards, and that's great. And then we have Burji. Burji is kind of cool because she allows us to get some freebie action, right? Every card gives us another mana, so we can kind of cycle through stuff for a couple of turns. Sometimes a turn where we would play 1 thing into 2 things, maybe 3 things, and that's actually really powerful. So don't want to turn our nose up at that. That's actually a really cool benefit here. 2 Florian. I figure since we're playing black, we might as well try to find more ways to draw cards. And this also has First Strike, which is pretty sweet, so it's a lot of times going to be a 4/4+, and we don't hate that. Now Obnixilis. This is another thing where we're talking about being a little bit more resistant to the sweepers. These cards all kind of help, right? We're talking about Florian, which, by the way, let me back up on Burji. You can also just play the Horn, and then you can just discard a card to exile your top 2, and you get to play those till the end of turn, right? So you can just get more cards that way, too. So Burji helps. We've got Florian. Now we have Obnixilis, where we don't even need to attack at all. Like, you wipe our board, fine. We even have multiple legends, so sometimes maybe we want to get rid of one with the Obnixilis and then play the other one. That's viable. So lots of different things we could do with this, which is very good. And then a card I actually don't get to play with that often, which is pretty sweet in this deck, is Grakmaw. Really like this card. It allows us to get usually a 4/4 or bigger, and then when it dies, it replaces itself with another big thing. Now, if something else with counters dies, then you get to put counters on Grakmaw, which is actually pretty sweet. Really, really cool. I think it's pretty awesome. We'll see how it plays out, but I do like the idea of having a replacement creature, which is pretty cool. Then we have Tovolar, Dire Overlord. This is mostly just to draw cards. It's a cheap to cast under a BARD class. But, you know, you never know. Getting a 4/4+ is actually pretty strong. Then we're playing Atsushi. This is another one where I don't have a lot of homes for this card, but I do like the fact that when it dies, we get our choice of either treasure, which can allow us to maybe level up BARD class and do some things, or we get 2 cards we get to play. So I don't really mind either half of this, and it's really, really good. And don't forget that this also tramples, which is a big deal. And I think I forget that a lot myself, truthfully. So something to think about. But like, yeah, trampling is very, very powerful here. Then we have 3 Eska's Chariots, because we can copy Obnixilis. We can just attack and make extra bodies. You also get it cheaper under a Bard class because it is legendary. So that's a big deal. We can copy treasure. That's really cool. So yeah, this card does a little bit of work in here, and we're loving it. 3 Helena because this card's just absurd. We're not going to not play this card. And then, of course, because we're playing black, we're going to go ahead and play Meathook Massacre. I'm not excited about it. I'm a little bit ashamed. But you know what? Let's go for it. Then our lands were a little bit all over the place because we're trying to check a lot of boxes here. But we have a Den of the Bugbear, a Mountain, Sakinzan, a Boseiju, 3 Blightstep Pathway, 3 Haunted Ridge, 4 Darkboar Pathway, 3 Deathcap Glade, 3 Crag Crown Pathway, 2 Rockfall Vale, and 4 Zeator's Proving Ground. And a Partridge in a Pear Tree. But yeah, this is actually what we're going to roll with. As always, we're definitely going to have some changes to this list because we always do. Check that out at the end of the video. And then, between now and then, just enjoy the games. Enjoy the show. Watch more of it because it actually helps me out. Helps get those recommendation systems up and more people want to watch more videos and they show it to more people. So I appreciate y'all watching and I'll catch you on the other side. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. Let's keep this. Let's see what we can do with this pile of stuff. I mean, it would be nice if we were on the play, but I think here we're just going to try to lean in on a Magda and then try to figure out after that. I think we probably go Florian first, which I assume Florian also dies, but we'll see. I mean, maybe we just go Grakmaw, because if Grakmaw dies, we do actually just get another 3/3 for our troubles. Yeah, Magda, you dead. Ooh, with the whole Dragon's Fire. All right. Respect. Expressive Iteration. All right. Plus, the other thing, too, is this doesn't say deal damage. Yeah, so this doesn't matter what type of creature or thing deals damage. So we can attack with Grakmaw to look at cards. Admittedly, that would be all our mana, so it doesn't really matter, but it kind of matters. Leer. Well, we know what we're looking out for later in the game. Need to find some of our removal cards. They're also allowing this Leer to be exiled, so I'm wondering if that means they already have one in hand, because that's what that feels like. Yeah. Grakmaw it up. Why not? And then maybe we Tovolar? I don't know. Grakmaw dead. And then you're going to bounce our 3/3? No, they're not bouncing our 3/3. I thought they might, though. Alright, get in there. Try to cast this. It resolves. Pay for it. That worked. Okay. Well then. Alright, you got a dragon. I guess we're racing now. They might just combo off next turn, though, because they have to have a Leer or something, right? Or else they wouldn't have made the play they made. Obviously. So we do this and attack. We get to see 3 cards, and maybe we find something to kill a dragon. We did not. However, we got a lot of Elena that could block a dragon, or we could just get at Sushi, honestly. That's not bad either. Because we have the mana. We haven't played a land yet. So, yeah. Gosh, Alana Elena's so good, though. Alright, we'll take this. Mostly because we get some extra value off of it. So why not? And it is a 5/5, so they have to work a little harder to kill it. They could always bounce it, of course, but that's one of those ones, if they do, they do, you know? I mean, if they attack, we're definitely blocking. Like, that's a no-brainer. If they shoot and kill it, we'll just take extra cards. Oh, that works too. Yeah. Actually, yeah, we'll take cards, because we have so much mana here. Okay, Targnar for 0. That actually works out, because Targnar for 0, then we get the Tovolar. I can dig that. That actually works okay. Now we lose the Infernal Grass because we don't really have a target, which sucks, because we know there's stuff like dragons and Leers or whatever that we would like to kill, or even that monster. But, meh. Ooh, that's good too. Oh, man. Oh, what do we do here? Because even just Targnar plus this is pretty sweet. Because we get Targnar for free. God, this is such a difficult decision. All right, let's... yeah, I think I'm going to do it. And then we'll do this. We will... Oh, you know what? No, I wouldn't have the mana to do that. Okay, never mind. I was thinking there was something else I could do, but it was not correct. Then we plus.
You're my enemy. Your punishment
Then we plus.
is my entertainment. By
Then we play this.
Carnage.
And then we put one of these on green. And pass. Then we just hope to draw a legendary creature that we can cast, because we're going to level up this Bard class and then have 2 mana, and hopefully we can do something with that. Opponent tops 1, bottoms 2. Plays a Fable. That's actually really good for us. Another Fable. Also sort of good. Downside that they can block our Tovolar. But I think since our hand worked out the way it did, and we've got the pressure we've got, I say we just do this. And just say if the opponent wants to do something, fine. Alright, that's good because that eliminates the number of creatures we have to deal with moving forward. The card did not result in anything. I was kind of hoping we'd get a little something extra off that, but that didn't happen. Yeah, alright. We're just going to plus now. I mean, they don't have enough to really pressure our Obnixili, unless that's a Goldspan Dragon or something. Yeah. And they can go search for cards here. All right. I mean, yeah, even their sweepers aren't... Actually, that's not true. If they have land into burn down the house, that could work. Anything else probably isn't good enough. Yeah. All right. Flame Blast bolts. And another bolt, I guess. But then they just died to the other Obnixilis. Yeah. Okay, sure. I'm going to keep this, but we are in very risky territory. Only benefit we'll have is if this happens to be a creature deck, because we got 2 removal cards and we can buy some time to do something with our Bard class. That's not a good sign to start with. But let's see. Then we obviously don't get to Chariot. I'd like to draw something we can just cast here with the reduced cost from the Bard class. So like Tovolar, or even just a Targnar, something like that. Just anything here to get us on the board. Those do not qualify. Not even a little bit. I'm tempted to hold on to Zeator's Proving Ground, but I'm going to go ahead and play it now, tapped, and try to get whatever value we can. I mean, I guess on the plus side, the opponent didn't do anything, but the downside is it feels like they had a counter there. So we're going to have to play around that. I don't know what type of counter it is. Oh, a Slogurk. What? What? All right, well, I'm glad I had that other black mana there. Question is, do we want to... I guess we want to Infernal Grasp that, right? So let's put this on green, I guess. And let's play this first. Make a 3/3. Or 4/4, I guess. And then we'll go ahead and kill this guy. I don't even want to wait and see what they're doing with old Slogurk. And then maybe we get to Chariot and kill something, and then we can have some fun from there. Also possible we could just level up the Bard class and just let that be a thing for the turn. All right. Gragmaw, and then we get another Gragmaw. That was just like a free card. Love it. Yeah, we will attack C's. We will play this. Play this. And play another one. All right. Now, they can sweep the board now if that was part of their plan. Like, kill the Gragmaw, get the token down so we can kill something. Or sweep the board and not get something back. So that's actually okay. All right, we're going to return Slogurk. Okay. Interesting choice. Well, I was about to say I wasn't even going to attack with my chariot. However, things have changed. Looks like they've got a kill spell for our chariot. That's okay. We have a backup. Oh, wait, they don't. Dare we copy a clue? I mean, I'm just copying a clue because I'm just like, well, I assume maybe you're going to bounce or kill the chariot and then get the board or something here, but nothing. Wow. Okay. Then I guess we just level this one up. See what happens. So now if they sweep the board, we can at least play chariot into something maybe. Okay, there's a Slogurk we knew about. And a Faithful Mending gets them 2 life. Putting, I'm assuming, some number of lands in the graveyard. Yep. Slogurk's a 5/5. Sure. What's funny is now because I didn't make the token last time, I don't have lethal. Okay, well, maybe I do. Alright, they block the chariot. Take 4. That wouldn't do it. We still have to kill Slogurk, huh? Alright, well, we'll do what we got to do. And then they get to return some lands. Which one of those is an Iganjo? So that's something to know for next turn. However, we might end up just doing enough that it just doesn't matter. Is this a legendary? It's not a legendary token. Look at that. If I'd have thought about that last time, I would have copied that and just risked it. I learned something. Look at that. For some reason, I thought it was a legendary Hydra token. Gotta read the effing cards. I don't know what the opponent's going to do here. Alright. Destroying that's cool, I guess. Take action. We can just go get a land. I'm probably just going to get this so I can crack one of these. Faithful Mending puts you to 4. That's definitely a long way. You're a long way away, opponent.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Ready? Yeah. Okay. Weird game. Okay, opponent goes first, but we're going to go ahead and keep. I mean, we can cast things, so kind of hard to throw this back. Put one of these on green. We can Targnar. I say that. Do we want Magda? I mean, I guess we could try with Magda. Like, I doubt she lives, but, you know. Maybe. Just maybe. You're just going to let us keep a Magda? I was going to say, that didn't make a lot of sense. All right. That felt very strange. Alright, this hand's not doing a whole lot, so don't have much to write home about here. I guess I'm going to go with this just to be mana efficient. And if they counter it, they counter it. Next turn, we can try to Magda and Targnar. Oh, so we're doing those type of shenanigans. Okay. Good to know. I don't even remember what this thing does. Oh, so man, only casts instants and sorceries. Too bad I don't have a way to kill that. Actually, I do have a way to kill that. But it would also kill my creature. How do I feel about that? I mean, I guess we do that. Use mana only to cast instants and sorceries. When it dies, you return a target sorcerer from a graveyard to your hand. What do they have? Fading Hope and Magma Opus. Boy. Alright. I feel like this is what we got to do. So let's do it. Yep. I mean, it's not great, but it's kind of where we're at. I don't know what their plan was, but it seemed pretty rough on us, so. And we got a hand that really didn't do anything here, so I'm kind of playing from behind. More than I want to be. Alright, so we go Magda, which they already know we have. Then we Targnar. They probably both die. Alright. Who dies how? I mean, who knows? They might just get more mana from their Magma Opus and pass. I mean, but if they have a meat hook, they just meat hook on their turn, right? Nope, they're going to get mana other ways. Okay. Okay, that's not the worst thing. Not in this fight. All right. We will play a land first. Mostly because there's things that make you pay 2. So, you know, we'd rather do that. And I kind of feel like I want to hold these cards in hand. Don't know why, I just feel like there's too many options. Oh gosh, what's about to happen here? Double kill spell? Oh, double big score. Ooh. It's real good for them. And they have tons of mana here. Alright, this is probably where we die. At least I would think so. I mean, yeah, because I can't think of any way we come out ahead here. Opponent's got like 10 mana, 5 cards. Like, we really don't have anything here going on. And if they have another Magma Opus, this is bad too. All right, Lear it is. Which they can kill a creature and they can destroy our chariot. I mean, we actually have to top deck. Actually, yeah, there's really nothing that's going to matter here. Because we get them to spin the Prismari command even if we get a removal card for Lear, they just replay Lear after bouncing it. Yeah. Well, that doesn't do anything. Nor does that. All right, cool. That's game. Oh boy, easy mulligan. Ugh. All right, let's keep it. We're just all in on the gamble here. Yeah, because we can at least get red on the turn 2 if we draw the right things here. Or if we just need to kill something. I mean, that's the other option. Oh, they're just going up top. Okay, that's not a good sign for us. Alrighty. They're coming with a bloodthirsty adversary. I guess I figure if we're going to take 2 anyway. Hopefully we can draw something to block here this turn. Oh, that's actually the best blocker we could get. Okay. Ragmaw's alright. Because even if they kill it or we block something, we can get another 3/3. And then we can do some stuff with Alana and Elena. Or with Chariot. So either way. Love it. Love it, love it. I think here we're just going to go Chariot? Yeah. All right. I was going to go Alana and Elena, but there's things that deal 3 and whatever. And like we would have got a big Grakmaw for a turn, which is okay. Yep. That's not something we're that concerned about. That is really cool, but doesn't help us here. So we're going to go ahead, tap these 2. And we're going to put, yep, there you go. Okay, this looks like a keeper. Come on, just if we can just draw something. Oh, not that. I was going to say just something to go with our Bard class would have been sweet. Now, the good news is next turn, if we don't have anything, we can still just Bard class up and then kill something. Which, that's not a great thing to kill, but it'll have to do, I guess. You are a reasonable card, especially with the idea that we could play an Eska's Chariot next turn. That is very appealing. Wow. So we could Magda now. Okay. The problem is we have to level this up, though. All right. I'm going to take the gamble. We're probably trying to do too much. But if we get an untapped land... Well, we don't even need an untapped land because we have Magda to tap to the Chariot. So, yeah, as long as Magda lives, this turn actually turns out to not be too bad. Because then we could still kill a creature, have our 2 blockers. All right, that's serviceable. And then we can figure out if we get to do stuff with Ob Nixilis or not. Okay, what you got, opponent? What you got? You just going to try to kill our lands here? Nope, just doing nothing. Just straight nothing. Okay. That was completely unexpected. I mean, sure. And then I guess we attack? I'm like, how does this go badly? I mean, it's still 3 damage. I mean, if they block and kill it, I guess. I mean, we do have access to Infernal Grasp if necessary. Opponent's choosing not to block. Well, then things are going to get pretty rough for the opponent next turn. And why destroy that? So we don't... I mean... Okay. I mean, that's just a weird choice because, one, it's a tapped land. It's giving us one color, which you could have got rid of one of our other multicolor lands. Yeah, I don't... There's probably a reason, but we just replace it with another mountain. And next turn, we get to really do things because we can Ob Nixilis, sack a thing, use Chariot, copy the Ob Nixilis token. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty wild set of turns. I think I'm just going to use the treasure here and just kill this. Like, I just can't think of a good reason not to. And a backup Chariot we don't even need. Okay, well, I guess we're going to do what we were just talking about. Actually, we have to do this first. So it's probably get rid of Magda. Just so we get the biggest Ob Nixilis and puts us closer to doing the silliness we want to do. Sack this. Also could have sacked Chariot with another Chariot coming. So like, that's very possible. We'll copy this Ob Nixilis token. And then we're gonna shoot.
Defy me, and you
shoot. And shoot.
Plead for mercy.
I'm half tempted to go ahead and Chariot here too, but I don't think I am. There's just not a reason. The opponent's at 7. We're going to get 3 Ob Nixilis triggers next turn. We get some number of creatures here. We can still Blood Chief's Thirst away something that's in the way. Even if they played, like, I don't know, Legion Angel or something. Not that we even care. We'd probably just run the Chariot in and then just play the other Chariot. Honestly. Okay. That's not a bad plan, unless you know that we have more Chariots. Keep of this one. And then we're going to attack. Copying an Ob Nixilis. And then we're going to fire off Ob Nixilis 4 times.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
All right. We're just going to go down the line.
Or carnage. Tribute is owed.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't know when they're going to concede. Ooh, boy. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? I mean, we get to play a lowly Targnar. I don't know if that's really going to amount to anything, but it's a thing we can do. And then we need to find something to do next turn. Though we do have Blood Chief's Thirst if they're small enough. But after that, I don't know what happens. I mean, obviously, Halana Lena would be great when the time comes. We almost need something like Tovalar here, followed by Halana Lena, I think is what we're looking for. Oh, Targnar gonna die. Nope, they're gonna at least let it live temporarily. Oh, that might have been a mistake, opponent. Let's find out if they have haste things. Because I don't see a world where Targnar lives. So they'll still be able to shoot down our Ob Nixilis if they have the right stuff, like Dragon's Fire or something. But I figure at least this way we try to get something of value here. Whereas I think Targnar would have just been dead with nothing. And right now our hand doesn't guarantee us the ability to play anything else.
I've conquered entire plains. One city.
Let's cancel that. Let's go ahead and try this. So we at least get to move this one to 3 first if they only have a 2 damage instant. Because of priority. Because if we would have tried to plus the other one, they could have shot down the one that's at 2. So we go ahead and +1 this one
Pleasure doing
as part of the cost. So it's at least at 3. Okay, they didn't have it. All right, that's good news. Now, that's not to say they don't have, like, Reckless Stormseeker, and they're going to attack the one that's a 3 anyway next turn. All right, so they're going to Kami's Flare one of them anyway.
Isn't over. Go ahead.
So it didn't matter. They had the cards just the same. But we tried. I think, though, if you had Kami's Flare, when we were plussing the 2, they should have shot the 3, because then they wouldn't have taken the other damage or whatever there. All right, Kami's Flare, and we're going to shoot it.
I see we have a dissenter.
All right, that's a legit play.
Well, now,
You are at least something, so sure. Here's a 3/3. Not what I was looking to draw, but it'll have to do. So opponent's basically playing Gruul Modified here, which is a fun deck. We played that earlier in the season. They drew lots of removal here too already. So I'm hoping there's enough room here for Burji to survive. All right, there's a 4/4, which is a problem. I wonder... No, because I have to pay that when I cast it. This doesn't really do much, unfortunately. I think this is the best we can do. And just don't have anywhere to spend that mana. We're going to have to just end the turn. Wow, getting stuck there sucks. We had 4 turns, effectively, to draw a land, and we did not do it. So now we're in a bit of a hurt, especially if they play something like, well, that doesn't help our situation at all. Wow, and a Reinforced Ronin. Ugh. All right, unfortunately, no blocks. We're just gonna, I mean, we have to try to have a sizable creature with Lana and Elena. We're just not gonna do anything here. We just have a bad situation of not drawing lands. Yep. That is not gonna cut it. We do get a first striker out of this. So let's go ahead and play it. We do get a treasure. We get to look at 2 cards. Ugh. Alright, I guess we'll take this. I mean, at least that's something we can use. Here, we'll go ahead and kill a creature to minimize our damage. Alright. Yeah, if they have anything real to spend this mana on, we're just dead. And we're only at 9. Yeah, they're looking for something, which is good for them. They should be. Because we're in a bad spot here. Valet, alright. We can at least block the Valet. So we'll take 4, go to 5. That's some dangerous territory, though. We can still play Helana and Elena if necessary. Be able to kill... Bruh. Really? And that guy tramples. I don't know how we survive this. I mean, we could kill that. But then, I mean, alright. I guess we have to try this. Oh, he costs 3. I thought he cost 2. Okay, well, never mind. We don't even get to do that. Then the next best thing here is attack. Drill and... Nope, because even that would only be 3 if we tried to meat hook. That doesn't do it either. Oh, man, we have so many problems here. Are we just going to meat hook for 2? I'm just trying to think, like... Yeah, I guess this is all we can do. This sucks. We finally found land. I just don't know if it's too late. We'll take this. because we need it to be untapped here. Put it on red, I guess. I guess it should be on black with all the cards that are in our hand. If we kill Kodama, we still risk dying to the valet. Alright. I mean, is what it is. We gotta hope they don't have stuff in hand. If they make 2 creatures, it's already gonna start to hurt. Alright, well there's 1 creature. And it gets a counter, right? Yep. 1 more creature and we're just dead. Play anything, opponent. Anything in that deck should kill us at this point. Thank you. There you go. GG's. Like, my goodness. All right, let's keep it. We got mana to operate. That's all we can hope for. Hopefully we don't... okay, there we go. I was going to say, hopefully we don't miss too many land drops here. Whoa. That is a problem. I just realized... we actually have to play this. Mostly because we want to have this for black mana if we need it later. So that's a big deal. Alright, so that Beseiju was more timely than we thought it was going to be. Ooh. Do we want to kill that thing? I think we attack first. See if the opponent wants to trade, which I'm assuming they don't, and they don't. We'll go ahead and play this. And then now if they play something to gain life, we can kill it with the Blood Chief's Thirst or just kill the voice. Which is fine. I'm assuming this is a Lifegain Clerics list. There you go. Oddly, under these circumstances, I think I'm actually going to kill the Righteous Valkyrie. I'm a big believer in when you're playing against this deck, if you can kill all the enablers... oh, I played the wrong thing. I didn't have double black yet. Okay, well, we're going to do this. All right. This still works. Feel free to double block. I would gladly kill a Valkyrie in exchange for you taking more damage. Valkyrie it is. I do not hate that at all. Because again, the plan here is try to keep them off of life gain things. Same situation. We can kill that. That would come back. So that would be very annoying. But I think maybe we just let that happen. I mean, it sounds crazy, right? But like, we attack. They get back the angel. They have a 4/4 voice. We kill the voice. And then what? You know? So yeah. Yep. I mean, obviously the angel coming back is super problematic in the long run, but I think we just go ahead and do this. They don't ever get anything big enough that we have to... actually, I say that. At this rate, can we just outrace... Alright. I'm going to stick with my original plan. Mostly because Halana Lena manages to not die at this point, and the opponent's still likely wanting to play other things to gain life instead of kill our Halana Lena, which means we have a shot at drawing something relevant here, hopefully. Alright, we're not blocking. Oh my gosh, come on, deck. Give us something. Oh, how? How, Sway? Alright, sure. I mean, do what you're gonna do. Alright. I mean, we probably lose Alana and Elena now to Wandering Emperor or something, but if we do, we do. Sweep the board? Nope, they just gave up. Weird. All right, y'all, I'm going to say something here that is going to sound a little bit crazy. But Meat Hook Massacre was probably the worst card in this deck. I don't think I cast it once. I think every time I had it in my hand when I mulliganed, I got rid of it. And don't get me wrong, there's going to be some situations where it's still the right card to have. However, I think our deck has enough powerful cards between Obnixilis and Dragons and Chariots and, you know, just enough things that I don't know if we cared all that much about a lot of the creatures our opponent had. And that's very strange. That's not something I thought I would say. So, to that end, we are updating the list. We took out the Meat Hooks and we added in an extra Infernal Grasp, a Play with Fire, and then we actually turned all of the Blood Chief's Thirst into Play with Fires for two reasons. One, we wanted more stuff that was instant speed, and we also get the option of scrying occasionally, which is pretty powerful, especially late in the game as we get flooded or whatever else, and that helps. Also added one Goro, just so we have something that in the middle of drawing cards and doing things, we might be able to combo, play it, and then attack for max value. Now, I will say we could move some other things around. I think it's possible to cut, like, maybe a Magdar, maybe a Targnar if you want to play another Goro. You could also squeeze in a Mirror Box, which isn't a bad option to just give all your stuff an additional +1. So I think there's some other options here we could go with if you wanted to replace an additional card. So if you like Mirror Box, maybe cut, like I said, a Magdar or Targnar. But otherwise, I think this helps fill out the curve a little bit. We have a bunch of early things we could do with 1 and 2 mana. We have a few at 3, a few at 4, and that usually gets us where we want to go while we're trying to play the Bard class mana. So, yeah, overall, the deck actually worked, surprisingly. I didn't think that was going to be the case. But it is a very... It's technical in the sense that you have to understand what every card does and kind of sequence them the proper way. But anyway, let's wrap this thing up. So yeah, on the subject of sequencing, what I mean there is that there's a lot of times you need to know, okay, is this a thing where I need to be trying to load up a dragon to be able to block or try to finish them, right? Or is this a case where maybe I need to be loading up a Florian so I have a big first striker? Or do the cards matter from Florian before I play my next thing? Or do I want to sacrifice something so I can play an Obnixilis? If so, do I want to attack and risk the opponent doing something or not, right? There was a lot of little decisions. I don't think that's bad. I think it's very good, and it's kind of a way to learn sequencing of different cards because there's so many different abilities in this deck that play very well together. But if you like playing Bard class, here's a cool version you can take a look at and see how it does for you. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Daragaz Reignited, mostly because this was like the worst of those dragons, I think. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's 7 mana for a 7/7 flyer. I think it tramples, has haste, like all good stuff. But then, like, to actually use its ability is so contrived and takes so long. Like, it dies, and then you set it exiled with some egg counters, and then at the end of 3 counters, it comes back into play. And, like, it just almost never worked out the way you wanted to, and it's very disappointing because I thought it was going to be sweet and tried it a couple times, and it really didn't work out the way we wanted to. That being said, it's a much better commander card than it was ever going to be in a 60-card deck. And this is only $150, so if you want one and you want to try it out, I'm sure you can find one even less than that. Now don't forget, like always, you will be able to get today's deck list down in the description below, and you can always come by our streams if you want to be part of all the deck building shenanigans, or just come by the Discord if you want to get help. But you can also join the channel and get special help, have your stuff featured here on the channel, all that stuff. Check out the details below. And if you like this JUND deck, I have another sweet one we played last week that I'm going to put up here because I think you're going to like that one too. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.